Is obesity genetic? We're going to talk about that today. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the Carnivore Diet, all things related to the Carnivore Diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. As I said, we're going to talk about my opinion on obesity being genetic today. Again, this is just my opinion. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. If you're wondering what in the world is going on here, well, basically you're watching me walk. I know that doesn't seem exciting, but just about 22 months ago, I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day. I am outside. It's windy in Omaha, Nebraska. Hopefully, it's not so windy that you can't hear me. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. It means a lot to me that you choose to spend just a few moments of your day with me. I'd like to ask everybody's help. Help me get the word out. That it's never too late to change your life. I am 60 years old. And I'm doing things now that I couldn't do when I was 40. And that's all thanks to the Carnivore Diet. So why don't you go ahead and hit that like button. Drop down in the comments and say, "Hi, Bob." If you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you consider subscribing? All these little things that are free help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. And this is Saturday, so we're going to talk about weekly wins here at the end of the video. So stick around for that. But the primary topic of today, and there's people down there kind of hanging out in the street talking. So we're going to go turn around and go back this way. Is obesity genetic? I believe it is inherited or learned. I don't believe it's actually genetic. I don't think that you are prone to being fat because of your genes. I believe you're prone to being fat by things you have learned. I grew up in a house southeastern Ohio, and a really good breakfast, or sometimes even lunch or dinner, with biscuits and gravy. Yes, indeed. Biscuits and gravy. Good stuff if you're from that area of the country and on down into the South. But if your parents are teaching you that biscuits and gravy, or one of my other favorite meals, fried mush, which is basically, for those of you that aren't from the area, you make cornmeal mush and you set it up in a loaf pan, then you slice it and you fry it. Serve kind of like pancakes or waffles. You serve it with a big load of butter and maple syrup over the top of it. Really, really good stuff. But how our parents teach us to cook, teach us to eat, what types of things are considered good meals. That's what we inherit from our parents, not the actual genes that make us prone to obesity, but the behaviors that make us prone to obesity. And as Dr. Berry says, this is not your fault, but it is your problem. We need to start teaching our kids and grandkids better ways. The reason we're talking about this today is because I'm sure those of you that are watching a lot of social media have seen a big push in the last few days for the advertising of these weight loss drugs, and people are coming out and saying, see, look at all these wins, these people that have taken the drug, and now look at them. They're overcoming their genetics. Well, I think that's just patently false. Again, my opinion. I think it's patently false that people are overcoming their genetics. What they're overcoming is sorry guys, I got distracted. There's more noise going on over there. So we're going to cross the street and go back down the hill. A lot of work being done out here again. As you can see, it's warmer today. It's back up to the mid-50s, which is a darn sight better than it was in Thursday's video. But people are overcoming their learned behaviors, but they're doing it with injections that don't actually correct the problem. So that they don't continue to take those injections, they haven't changed what they've learned, and they go right back to being where they were before they started the injections. I know it's not a super deep topic, but I just don't think we're teaching our kids correctly, or our grandkids. We need to get out there and show them what a healthy lifestyle is all about. Proper eating habits, proper exercise habits. Which brings up the other point, that you actually have to exercise to get healthier. No, you don't. If you had to exercise to get healthier, then I would have never gotten out for that first walk, which was 4 months into my carnivore journey. And I forget exactly what it was now. It's been almost 2 years ago, but those first 4 months, I want to say it was, I know I made a video, 89 pounds in 89 days or something like that. So I lost a lot of weight early. I should say I lost a lot of fat. Now in those early days, did I lose a little muscle mass? I don't know. I never really had a lot of muscle mass to begin with, because I was recovering from my heart surgery still. And I spent a good 5 years of time not being able to lift more than about 5 pounds without feeling like my chest was going to explode. But I don't believe we actually have to exercise to lose fat. But I do believe that our body will let us know when it's time to move a little bit, so that we maintain whatever muscle mass we have. And then, of course, part of getting healthier is to get 1% better every day, getting a little bit of movement in, getting some exercise, so that we not only don't lose muscle mass, we gain it. Because the very best way to get rid of fat on our body is to add muscle. Adding muscle speeds up, I don't know that I want to say it speeds up the metabolism, but it takes more energy to maintain muscle than it does fat. But yeah, I don't believe that obesity is genetic. I believe it's a learned behavior because of the way our parents taught us to eat. I'm not blaming our parents because they didn't know any better. As I've said many times on this channel, I spent the first 58 years of my life or so not questioning doctors. I just went along and did what they said because that is the way I was raised and the way we were taught. Doctors were these people on pedestals. They had, 8-9 years of education, plus however long they've been practicing medicine. They knew what they were talking about. Now we're getting the message out to question everything. But go ahead and drop down in the comments. Let me know what your weekly wins are. Mine was I'm at officially the 1/3 point of getting my tap dance solo memorized. I wish I could show you pieces of it here, but due to copyright issues with the music, I can't do that. I do have some brief clips in my members only section of my channel, and so if you're really that curious, you can go see it there. I am going to practice without the music at some point over the next couple of days, and I'll put that at the end of a video somewhere, because dancing without music, I don't have to worry about copyright issues. But go ahead and drop down in the comments. Let me know what your weekly wins are. That's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.